Hello, everyone. This is Mr. Informal back with a new podcast. We are on the 72nd edition of the Mr. Informal Podcast. I hope you are doing well today. It is hot. Well, it is summer, but it is still hot. And so don't forget to add me on Instagram, MISTERINFORMAL, and then check out my website, mrinformal.com, mrinformal.com. Hope you are doing well today again, and hopefully you will learn something today. So these are the 4 topics for today. Zara wants to use 100% of sustainable fabrics by the year 2025. Number 2, Roberto Cavalli has been bought. Yes, they have been bought by a investing firm. Number 3, what's going on with the Samsung Galaxy Fold? Seems like no one knows what happened to the pre-orders, what happened to the promises, what happened to the goals, and what happened to the device. Number 4, industrial water use has decreased by a lot. That's quite amazing. That's a feat that we should all be happy for. And so those are the 4 topics for today on the Mr. Informal Podcast 72nd edition. That's 72. And so let's get on with the first topic. So this is an article from Women's Wear Daily, aka WWD. So Zara has recently announced that they will commit on making their whole collection made by 100% sustainable fabrics by the year 2025. This is one of the initiatives of the labels, because as of right now, 20% of their collection are made from sustainable fabrics. But they want to make 100%. Not only that, they are also using, well, let me rephrase that. Alongside of this plan, they also are aiming for 80% renewable energy consumption, or renewable energy are consumed in its headquarters by 2025. As of right, by 2020, it will also reduce. That's a different article. Sorry about that. But going back to the topic, so 100% of the collection are going to be 100% sustainable fabrics. Now, I really want to know, what do they mean by sustainable fabrics? Are they talking about biodegradable fabrics? Are they talking about recycled fabrics? Are they talking about unused clothing that has been recycled, been processed, and then turned into a yarn, and then dyed, and then turned into a fabric? Is that what they're talking about? Let's just assume it is, because it's probably basically 3 parts. So 1, probably from recycled clothing. Number 2, probably from unused fabrics. Number 3, it could be they're using every yard of the fabric. And then number 4, I'm gonna guess they're probably using fibers or yarn from different materials, such as plastic or even fossil fuels. If you don't know fossil fuels, maybe nylon, polyester, so and so. So that is the plan. Now by 2025, that's not too far. So that's 6 years from now. Now, do I commend them? Yes, I commend Zara for having this initiative. Not only that, Zara is one of those clothing brands that is fast fashion. So again, I commend them for that. Not only that, they are also using renewable energy. It could be wind, it could be water, it could be geothermal, it could be the sun. I mean, it could be anything. But the fact that they're taking initiative on Could be zero waste, could be sustainability, could be eco-friendly, ethics, so and so. That takes time, but at the same time, I think this is also a PR move because they're trying to be ahead of the game. They're trying to lead by example, but I still want to see how this will go. Not only that, I still think that Zara is just one of those few brands that just always frustrates me. Every time I go to a store, I like the style, but it just doesn't fit me well. It fits really strange. The sleeve could be too long, but the shoulders fits good. I mean, it could be anything. To me, their fit is always inconsistent. But by doing this, we'll also reduce the world's landfill, even though this is just a company. But if this company wants to lead by example, then hopefully other companies in the fashion industry would also follow, and hopefully again could reduce the amount of waste in the landfill. And if they are efficient with their initiative, not only that, their facilities, then they're not wasting a lot of energy. There's always a lot of energy that is always wasted when it comes to these big companies, but at least it reduces it. All right, we are on the second topic. So, Roberto Cavalli has been acquired by Vision Investment. Vision Investment is a Dubai-based investment firm, so they basically own 100% of the Italian house. Previously, Roberto Cavalli was owned by a private Italian firm, equity firm, and so basically they own the 100% of the Italian fashion house. And here's the thing about why am I not surprised about this. When was the last time you heard Roberto Cavalli? I mean, the last time I heard Roberto Cavalli was in a rap song, but that was a few years ago. After that, when? I mean, it seems like I know this brand wants to keep its integrity. That's why there's not a lot of marketing, there's not a lot of collaboration, there's not a lot of presentation when it comes to a lot of celebrities or even celebrity endorsements. And so I mean, this does not surprise me. So Roberto Cavalli is basically like I guess you can say Prada, but with a better integrity or a better reputation. But at the same time, when it comes to their designs, you can see it in Dolce & Gabbana, you can see it in Prada, heck, you can even see in Versace. Heck, Versace is doing better than them. And yes, I know Versace is owned by another company or a big conglomerate, but at the same time, it still doesn't make sense how Versace is doing great and yet Roberto Cavalli is not. Not only that, it seems like they will need a new creative director, a creative design, or even a fashion designer. Could be men's and women's. And so this is why the Roberto Cavalli sales has decreased, have gone down, and so it was time for Vision Investment Company to buy Roberto Cavalli, and hopefully it would have some resurgence. If you think about this, if you tell somebody, hey, do you know Roberto Cavalli? Unless you are a fashion major or you work in the fashion industry, you wouldn't know who they are. But if you're just like the general consumer, in terms of the Italian design houses, what do you think? Versace, Gucci, Prada, Dolce & Gabbana, and Roberto Cavalli. They would say, Roberto Cavalli who? I mean, why am I not surprised here? But look, in all seriousness, or I shouldn't say in all seriousness, just to bring it in perspective, hopefully Roberto Cavalli does have a resurgence, because we need more competition in the fashion industry, because the better competition, the better the industry will go in terms of design. It's not just going to be stagnant. It's not going to be same old, but hopefully Roberto Cavalli actually gets a designer, a great designer who changed Roberto Cavalli's design, but still have that Italian flair. When it comes to Italian designs, they're all about being flamboyant. Flamboyancy is one of the biggest features when it comes to Italian designs and Italian designers. And so, hopefully, this investment firm would invest in great people. So, third topic, Samsung Galaxy Fold. The last time we heard this company was about this phone was earlier this year. And after the announcement, they were also announcing pre-orders, and so by now they should have shipped the pre-orders, but no. Now there's rumors, these are just rumors, that they basically canceled this whole thing because they were having production problems, quality problems, whatever it may be, and so it's not going to be shipped. Now there's prototypes out there that Samsung showed at their event. Not only that, I'm pretty sure there's a handful of people that have those prototype concepts, whatever you want to call it. But what is going on with this phone? I mean, it seems like in 2019, foldable phones are not ready. They are not. They're facing price problems and they're facing production quality problems. Heck, even the people, the general consumers, are not even ready for them yet. Not only that, there's 5G that these telecoms are marketing. 5G this, 5G that. But in regards to Galaxy Fold, this is one of those messed up marketing, even devices that Samsung face, other than the Samsung Galaxy Note 7 explosion. But this is bad PR by Samsung. I mean, if they if they knew, or hopefully they did know, that they were going to face problems during production, they should have just said, you know what, this is not coming this year during the announcement. It's going to come 2020 because we want to make sure it is ready. But at least we have something to show you. Not only that, Samsung could have just put these devices onto their store as a concept or as a demo and say, hey, this is coming, this is coming, and the pre-orders will not be open until early 2020, until they figure the quality or make things better or even improve it. And so even I don't even know what's going on with the Galaxy Fold. Nobody knows. Even Samsung doesn't even know. Does anybody know what's going on with this phone? I mean, the competition brought something out, but I mean, do I see it out in the wild? Even I don't know. I mean, I did like this phone because of how I shouldn't say slim, but how thin. No, thin in regards to its height and width. I'm not talking about thickness. It looks like it's something that you could hold. I mean, you can fold it, and it has some great features. And I think Samsung just jumped the gun, just quick to let the world know, hey, we got this foldable phone and it's ready to pre-order. They should have never done that. And I do not think Samsung will learn from this. And so I guess the best thing to learn about this is don't be a Samsung fanboy. Heck, don't even be any fanboy or fangirl. Don't be loyal to these companies. Don't. Alright, on the last topic for today. So, in an article by Supply Chain Dive, industrial water use down nearly 43% since 1985. So, self-supply industrial water use has declined almost 43% since 1985, according to the data from the United States Geological Survey. Self-supplied water is defined as withdrawn from a surface or groundwater source by user rather than being obtained from a public supply. According to the USGS, industry also gets water from public supply, which has similarly seen a downward trend in withdrawals over the last decade. So we're strictly talking about the United States industrial water use. So another one is that a paragraph in the article, industrial water use peaked in 1970 at 47 billion gallons per day. Wow. And came down to just under 15 billion gallons per day in 2015. According to 2015 water data released last year, the most recent available. So, 47 billion to 15 billion as of 2015. The number probably went down by then. So the cause of this is whether it be Environmental Protection Agency, the EPA. Not only that, we have technology, because in another article it says that the downward trend of industrial water usage that began in the early 1980s is unlikely result of specific EPA regulation, more likely due to several factors, including rising energy costs to treat water waste, water availability. Not only that, we have more efficient machinery and equipment in order to reduce costs with water energy production needs. So first of all, this is great. We're not wasting a lot of water. We're still using water, but we do reduce the amount of water by a lot. Think about it. 43% from 47 billion to 15 billion. That is a lot. So, what can we get out of this? Well, basically, thanks to technology, regulations, I guess agencies, whoever making these rules, and also business sustainability, we are reducing our use of water by a lot. This is great because we're not wasting anything. Not only that, our water, our sewage system doesn't have to run all the time. Well, I shouldn't say really sewage system. We're not dumping a lot of dirty water to the sewage system, even in the ocean. By reducing the amount of water, we are also reducing the amount of waste that we give to the earth. And with efficient production, we're not needing water that much. So this reduces the amount of money that a company would have to produce. Also, electric bill. Again, so that's reducing money, reducing waste, reducing our dependency on water in terms of business, and being ethical and being sustainability, so we can actually give the future generation an example. We lead by example, and this showing in regards to stats, we should be proud and we should continue it. Look, we always gonna need water. That's 100% guaranteed, 100%. But being efficient, being proficient, being having to find a solution to the problem, and not only that, we don't have to dump a lot of wastewater in the ocean. At that rate, heck, hopefully we don't even have to do that. Hopefully when we dump our water to the ocean, it's clean water. Hopefully that's possible, and I'm not even sure if it is possible. And so by continuing this effort, I'm only speaking about United States, that we can keep continuing this, we keep learning. Again, we could always improve. Industrial business should always stay here in America. And again, we're always going to need water, whether it be cleaning water, drinking water, whatever it may be. It's always going to be there. And so that basically it for this podcast, the 72 edition of the Mr. Informal Podcast. I am Mr. Informal. Hopefully you learned something today, and if you have any comments down below, let me know. Don't forget to add me on Instagram. That's MISTERINFORMAL, and check out my website, mrinformal.com, MRINFORMAL.com. And so I will see you in the next podcast. Bye bye.